What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. When Twiztid first signed with Psychopathic Records, they released Mostasteless on November 25th, 1997. After ICP signed their record deal with Island, they eventually were able to get Twiztid an Island deal as well, re-releasing Mostasteless on June 22nd, today. So, for our year of reviews, let's take a look at this motherfucker right here. That is the front. This is some comic style shit right here. This actually, if I'm not mistaken, this was to, actually, yeah, as I look at some of this right down here, this was some precursor shit to the Pendulum series. Just like in the Amazing Jucko Brothers, you can also see more Pendulum type comic work. So, that's fucking sweet. There on the spine you see Mostasteless. I had somebody mention that they want me to show the spines more, so I'm trying to do that, guys. There's what the spine there looks like. Let's take a look at the back. Pretty awesome. This actually reminds me of the poster that I have, which is actually sitting here chilling on my left. Pretty sweet. Green kind of like looking slime. The track list chilling down here at the bottom, which is Twiztid, the intro, Secondhand Smoke, Die Motherfucker Die, Rock the Dead, Spin the Bottle, Blink, How Does It Feel, 85 bucks an hour, First Day Out, What the Fuck, Bury Me Alive, Hound Dogs, and Redemptions of Reality. So my favorite tracks. This right here is a very, very solid album. There's a lot of tracks on here that I love, and there's only a few that I don't really care for that I tend to skip. So let's name those off instead of the favorites. How about that? So the ones that I tend to skip, sometimes I tend to skip Blink, but not very often. And the one that I've really only listened to maybe once or twice is What the Fuck. Not a big fan of that track. Everything else, great. Great debut from Twiztid. Now, of course, again, this is the re-release, so these actually are different tracks than the original one has, but I do have that CD. We're not going to look at it today. We're going to take a look at that later in the year when it actually has its anniversary. So right here you have a couple of credits. Open the inside. There you have Monoxide and Madrox underneath. Again, comic style. Let's take a look inside the book. There's your credits again with some thank yous. That old school Twiztid look. I'm assuming this was the baby powder look that they went with for a very short time. So there's more thank yous. This one's from Monoxide. This one is from Madrox. Promo for Big Money Hustlers, and of course Dark Lotus. So yeah, even with the debut of Twiztid, they were hyping up Dark Lotus. Like as soon as Twiztid signed with Psychopathic, they must have had plans for Dark Lotus right off the bat. So that's the shit. Let's take a look on the back. This is the comic here. There's no actual written text here, so, but there's supposed to be kind of a story. What that story is, I've honestly never myself deciphered it, but I always thought the artwork was pretty fucking cool. I may actually, one of these days, I may have to actually sit down and see if I can figure out the story that this is trying to tell, because I'm thinking maybe this is supposed to be some backstory to the Twiztid we know from the Pendulum series, which I will plug in the end screen. The Pendulum series, I just did those comic reviews earlier this year, so I will plug that playlist in the end screen. But that is the inside of that. Once again, great fucking debut from Twiztid. I know a lot of people like Freak Show. I think this album right here does it. This one does it. One other thing I do want to say real quick, and I don't want to focus too long on this negative shit, but a lot of people I know bitch about Violent J doing too much controlling when it comes to artists nowadays. The one thing that has always been the case with Violent J stepping into the artists and their music is always with the debut. I mean, you look at the track list here, you have Spin the Bottle, You even have Blink, where you have Violent J doing the chorus. You have 85 Bucks an Hour. You have First Day Out, where there's a little bit of Violent J in that. You've got Bury Me Alive. You've got Hound Dogs. You've got Renditions of Reality. Violent J is in all of those tracks. That's just something that's always occurred. Violent J just really stepped in and helped with the first album. This right here shows it. So wanted to point that out, because a lot of people kind of say that that's, you know, Violent J is the puppet master with everybody's music. He's always helped out with the first album, and that's carried on to today. Nothing more, nothing less, with some, you know, stipulations there. But anyway, that is Mostasteless, a solid 4 out of 5 from me. I love it. If you don't have it, go pick it up. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.